Hello, my name is Nicole Simpson, and I'm also known as the Urban Cash Coach. I want to come to you and talk to you about something that is extraordinarily important to me in an industry that's been a part of my life for nearly 13 years. That topic is life insurance. I truly believe that the vast majority of individuals just really don't know enough about life insurance to make an informed decision. For that reason, I've decided to make this video series all about life insurance, what it is, how it works, and how you can best fit some life insurance into your financial plan, answer some of those questions that are a little bit mixed up with the industry between different sides, different individuals. And I just want to come to you and just really give you some objective facts and knowledge. So come along with me and let's learn about life insurance. And do yourself a favor. Share this with a friend, a family member, or someone else who could really use this information and helping to just clear up the mud on how to better protect their family. Hi, my name is Nicole Simpson, and this video is all about life insurance. Today we're going to talk about what life insurance is, what it does, who is designed to be able to help, and then most importantly, the 3P's of life insurance that I want to make sure that everyone who watches this video knows and understands. So grab your pen and paper and get ready to learn everything that you need to know about life insurance. So for starters, what is life insurance, right? A lot of us know that life insurance is something that we can get at our job. There's always a commercial, something coming in the mail telling us that we need to get life insurance, how to be able to go about buying it. But many of us don't realize that life insurance is a part of our personal financial plan. Life insurance is designed to take a look at your life and answer the question of what's at risk if something happens to me? What is at risk if I pass away too soon and I've got a lot of things that are out there on the line? The number one thing that's at risk when we think about life insurance and what it's designed to do is our income. Our income is at risk because oftentimes we have individuals who are depending on our income to come in every week, every 2 weeks, every 1st and 15th, however you get paid. We are having individuals who need that income to continue to come in to take care of our day-to-day expenses, right? It's our paycheck that's actually paying for our rent, our mortgage, our gas in our cars, our car notes, our food, our clothing. Literally everything that we have is generally coming from income that we're deriving by getting up and going to work every single day. So the really most important thing that we want to think about when we talk about life insurance is how much of our income do we need to replace and for who? Now, the who is something that's a really, really, really good question. And I want you to think about this long and hard because our families are changing. Our family dynamics are changing. So it used to be that your dependents might just be your children from age newborn to age 18. Well, nowadays we have blended families. We have higher instances of family members with disabilities and different things that require a longer time of dependency, right? I know many people who are taking care of their parents, assisting them financially, siblings, other family members, and all of these different combined types of living situations. So that can really change a lot about the way that you choose your life insurance because your dependent situation may be very unique from the person who is sitting next to you, okay? So I want you to think about, who are my dependents? Who's depending on me to bring in this paycheck every single week or whenever my pay frequency is? And what happens with this income? What am I doing with it, right? How am I serving these folks who are dependent on me and my income with that? And then pause for a moment and think, if we weren't here today and you weren't able to watch this video and last night something happened to you, where would your family be without that income? Because as good as your job may be, chances are they're not going to send you a paycheck or send a paycheck to your family once you're deceased. So that's what the life insurance is really designed to do, is just come in, take a look at what you all have at risk and how can we first go in and replace the income. The next question is, how long do we need to replace that income? Now, that's going to vary from person to person. So this is going to be a personal and individual choice for you. And so you need to know, how long do I need this income to last? If you're only taking care of your own offspring, your children who are going to be out on their own, self-sufficient by the time they're 22 or 23 years old, maybe they've graduated college, started a business or whatever, and they no longer need your income, maybe you have a shorter period of time. But if you are in the position where you're taking care of your parents, you're taking care of other relatives, or if you have a lifelong dependent where you may have a child with special needs or disabilities that they may need someone in their life to continue to help and care for them and pay for treatments and get them involved in different programs, and all of those things may be relying on your income. So the time frame that you need that coverage for is going to be very, very different from person to person. So I want you to think and jot that down in your paper. How long do I need to replace my income based on my current dependency situation, right? So now that we understand that life insurance is first and foremost designed to replace any lost income, let's talk about the 3 P's of life insurance. Now, there's a popular commercial out there, and I just saw it this morning, and it said the 3 P's of life insurance are price, price, and price. And I'm here to tell you that that's absolutely incorrect. The 3 P's of life insurance have very little to do with price. It really has a whole lot more to do with the value and where you need your life insurance to go. So the first P of life insurance is pay, right? Pay. You need your life insurance to pay. Now, of course, that means we want it to pay out, right? We want our beneficiaries to receive that check, but we need that life insurance to be able to pay for anything that we have outstanding to be able to help keep our family living in the same standard of living that they're used to. So that may mean that we need enough life insurance to go ahead and pay off any existing debt that we have. Okay, if we've got a mortgage, a car loan, a business loan, any of those kinds of things, our family is relying on getting from place to place in that car. Our family is relying on going to sleep and waking up in our house. And our family may be relying on income that's coming from that business. So if someone were to pass away and you have those types of things that need to be paid, then you want to consider having enough life insurance to pay off all of those things, because that's going to make your dependents, your spouse, your children, anyone who is on the other side in a much better position. It's going to take a lot of weight off of them because they don't have to worry about how they're going to make ends meet. They don't have to worry about how they're going to be able to pay those loans and be able to keep the house and be able to keep the car. So that's extraordinarily important that you think about that very first P, is that you want your life insurance to be able to pay for these particular things, right? Your house, your car, your debt, any debt that you may have. Perhaps you want to pay off your student loans. Perhaps you want to pay off a consumer loan that you have. Anything that is associated with debt, you want to really think about how much of that do you want to have paid off as if something were to happen to you unexpectedly or you were to pass away too soon. So the first P is pay. The second P is plan. Plan ahead. So when you're developing your life insurance for you and your family, I want you to really think about how you're going to plan ahead. Now, when you think about your family and all of the years, 20, 30, 40, 50, or 60 years in the future with your family, there's a lot of things that you're thinking about that you probably want to do. That may mean that you guys want to take an annual vacation. That might mean that you're planning on starting a business later on down the road, or you and your partner may be planning to retire together, or maybe it's a tradition in your family that you always pay for the weddings for your children, or whatever that situation may be. These are some future financial plans that you need to take into consideration, because all of those plans are hinging on your income and your ability to be able to have that pot of money to come in and make those plans come into fruition for your family. So when you're thinking about creating your life insurance plan, I want you to seriously consider how your future family plans would be affected in the event that you are not able to watch this video with us today and your family is now trying to piece together what you set up for their future all on their own without that income? What would that be like? For most of us, that would be detrimental because most of us need to have that income, that continuous influx of income in order to make things go. So in the words of one of my greatest mentors, Mr. Shane Swanson, you are the money machine. So every time you get up and go to work, you are cranking out that income and making sure that all these things that you set up and dream for your life are coming true, because we all know that nothing in this life is free. So all the things that we enjoy, we typically have to write a check for it, right? Or swipe our card for it. So we want to see to it that you think about that for your family's future. Even in the event that you cannot enjoy those things with them, do you want to put in a way for your family to still enjoy the plans that you have for your family and your future, even in your absence? So the second P of insurance is plan. Now, the third P is pass. And no, I don't mean pass away, but I do mean to pass on wealth. So many people come to me and say, Nicole, I'm really interested in getting some life insurance because I want to pass on generational wealth. I know that if I pass away, I can leave behind X amount of dollars for my children, my grandchildren, my church, my charity. And that's exactly what that P is all about. So we've got a huge opportunity to use life insurance to pass on an inheritance to whomever we choose, whoever we write down as our beneficiary, whether that's our partner, our spouse, a family member, a relative, a charity, whoever it is. You're going to be able to give whoever that is potentially a leg up if you plan your life insurance correctly. So a portion of that life insurance should be about passing on a legacy. Now, you may be one of those folks that is doing such a great job with accumulating assets outside of your life insurance, and you may be doing a really good job with business ventures and investments and all sorts of things, and life could be going really well for you, or you may be going in the direction of life going really well for you in those particular areas. Now, one of the things that we find is when someone passes away and they have accumulated a lot of assets, different things in real estate, lots of different things, kind of moving parts that are going on. Sometimes there's taxes that could be due on those various assets. And when you leave behind a lot of assets to your beneficiaries, sometimes they lose those items just simply because they cannot pay the taxes. I can tell you, I'm here in Columbus, Ohio, and I know for a fact that there are hundreds of people who are looking at losing their homes due to foreclosure, not because they couldn't pay the mortgage or anything like that, but simply because they couldn't pay the property taxes. So that's a big deal. So life insurance is a huge opportunity for you to be able to give someone a nest egg or a leg up, right? Maybe you want to take some of that money and set it aside and leave it for your children or your grandchildren so that they've got a pot of money to be able to start out on that maybe you didn't have, or maybe that is a part of your family's tradition to continue to leave money on to the next generation, because nobody is going to say that they don't need any money. Now, we may not know what that need is for. We may not know, what that great thing is that your family member may take advantage of that money to do, whether it's to start a business or purchase their first home, or maybe they just need it to survive off of because they have a illness that's going to be coming around the corner that we don't know about. We have no crystal ball of knowing why we need to have a pot of money at the end of the rainbow, but life insurance does allow us to pass on an inheritance and leave that pot of money at the end of the rainbow. So that's the last P, that's pass on an inheritance. So I want to keep these videos extraordinarily brief and really close to the point so that you get an understanding of, hey, this thing is not really big and complicated, does not require a big razzle-dazzle presentation, but each of these individual choices can affect your family, and they can affect your family for generations to come. So this is a serious conversation that you should be having, and it's important that we discuss how all of these things work, how do we put them all together, and what are the three most important things. So remember the 3 P's of life insurance, okay? And they are, what are they? They are pay, plan, and pass. Those are the 3 things that you need your life insurance to do. If you already have a life insurance plan, I challenge you to go dig that thing out of the shoebox or wherever you keep it and look through it. Find out if it is fitting into your plan to be able to pay, plan, and pass on an inheritance to the next generation. If those are 3 things that you want to do, you want to get that policy out and get with an insurance agent and find out if you're able to answer those 3 P's. Are you able to do those things? And do you need to make some tweaks? Okay, so please check into our next video in this life insurance series. We've got a lot of information to share with you, and I am excited to be able to give you this knowledge. So if you'd like to contact me, please take a look here in the comments. I will always leave my contact information. You can always reach me at gofundyourlife.com. And once again, my name is Nicole Simpson, and I'm looking forward to teaching you more about life insurance.